Now you may look at all this and wonder, Michel, why are you making so many props for your videos? Well, the reason for that is I don't really know. I think that mainly these props are really nice that I can actually hold them in my hand, that they're physically here rather than just being invisible superimposed things. Also, I think I just really like making them. But above all, I think that they really help with materializing the context of what I'm talking about within these videos, which kind of really helps the main purpose of why I'm making them. And that's what I want to talk about today. Why am I making these videos and what am I trying to do with them? But before I can do that, I first need to go and record this video, so enjoy this behind the scenes look of me making the video. Okay, so we're now done with shooting the videos for today. That was a good session, about 2 hours of recording, and as you can see, it is one giant mess right here, which is kind of appropriate for every single time that I shoot one of these videos. It never comes off clean, but hey, that is kind of what happens when you try to explain something, and it's also very fitting for this video today. I think what's always been the case is that my focus with this channel has been to share things that are interesting to me. At the start, that was clearly Warframe. That was my biggest interest at that point in time in my life, and that's something that I really wanted to share a lot about. But as I grew older, I discovered that there's other interests that I may get, things that come and fade over time. And one of the big ones, as it turned out, was video making. And the thing that makes video making or content creation so interesting is that it's not just one single thing. As I said, it's not just cameras, but it's also like cameras, microphones, computers. There are so many areas that you need to learn about that it's a lot, but it's also kind of interesting. And that's where like the point of these videos comes in. Like last week I talked about, I want these tech videos, like the scripted videos that I just recorded, I want them to be point of contact videos around like the core themes of hardware, software, and content creation. But then what do I mean with like point of contact videos? Well, the thing that I mean with point of contact videos is that basically what I want to do is I want to make videos that kind of explain things, but not necessarily in the most amount of depth. For like the last video about programming that I just recorded, I talked a lot about like the processor and like how the processor speaks in binary, like to the data pins, and like how that idea of like speaking in binary and having a translation layer, that's the idea of programming in general terms. I assume if you watch my video, this one video about programming for the first time, you probably know nothing about programming. And I really hope that my video about programming will give you some idea as like, what is this thing? And then you can form your opinion of like, hey, do I want to learn more about this? Or do I think this is okay, it's fun, but it's enough? So that's what I mean with point of contact. The point of my videos is not to, as one video, describe like the ins and outs of like, what does this camera do and what are like the pixel differences between this model and the previous model, because only people who really know what this camera is all about will really be interested about the 0.1% pixel increase density versus the other one. But that doesn't say anything to like most people who may have never heard about cameras before. That said though, that doesn't mean that I want to have this channel be like very service level. Like the reason why I'm doing this is, as I said before, like I find this stuff really interesting. Right now, I find, especially like making videos with cameras and computers and that sort of stuff, and especially like the software side as well, I find that really interesting to do. But I also know that that's something where a lot of people around me may not be at that same level yet. And I really don't want that to come across like, oh, you're not my level, you're kind of dumb or whatever. It's like, no, you know something. You know a lot of things that I don't. You're far more advanced in certain areas in life that I am not, because we all have different interests. We have invested in different things. So I cannot expect you to be super interested and super invested and super knowledgeable about this field of content creation, because that's what I spent the last like 5 to 6 years doing. But I still really want to talk about it. So this is the thing that I came up with. Like, as you see right here, it's like I have 3 like main categories of topics that I want to talk about. But what you also see right here is like this list is not really complete. Like it's kind of outdated for like a month or 2 ago. But it's kind of like a tree, right? Like my point here is like, I don't want to go in each video in like the most amount of depth. For instance, I'm not going to be actually programming much in my programming video. However, that doesn't mean that I don't want to get into programming. I would love to get into more programming. I mean, like we're going to get into programming with like making this program with like the 2 chats, but I also would love to go into like AI stuff, like machine learning, that sort of stuff. But I don't do that in one video. I want to build up towards that. Once I give you the idea of like what is programming, then the next video, I don't have to like start from zero. because I know that you've already gotten over the part of like what is programming, and then if you know what programming is and it kind of interests you, then we can go talk about like, hey, I made a cool program. Let me tell you how it works. So that's kind of the point of these videos. I want to make videos about stuff that interests me, which kind of started out with making videos, but then also grew into hardware, like the computers and like the cameras and stuff that I needed to make these videos. And then the software, which is like the software that I use on the computers to also make these videos and streams, but also the software that I learned more and more to, you know, make cool stuff like the AI stuff. And who knows wherever it's gonna go. I mean, like, in a far future, maybe I'll make hardware videos about cars, because in a sense, they're tech hardware too. Like, who knows? I don't know where this is gonna go. However, I want to make sure that, like, all the videos will always have, like, some path trace way back to, like, if you don't know where we are right now, you can go back and then start from the very beginning. That's why I started out with my very first videos being, like, what are videos? One thing that I do want to say is that I think that right now, we're very much in like starting up like the very foundation sort of thing. So there's a lot of explanatory types of videos, like what is programming, what is software, what is this, what is that. It's something which I think is very much required right now, just to like set up the foundation, set up the base of like, okay, so this is what we're going to be starting from. However, I don't really want that to be the general point of this channel. Like, I'm not trying to be an education channel, okay? One thing that I want to add before I end this video is thank you guys so much for your very kind words on like the previous like vlog type video. It means so much to me to hear all your supportive words. It's like, honestly, like the reason why I do this is because of like that connection that you get, just like meeting new people, talking with people, that sort of stuff. I think that's really, really cool about the social media platforms, and that's something that's always like drawn me so much at Twitch, is that like there's so many people there you can instantly talk to, and with YouTube it's kind of harder, but like the creative process of like making these videos and the quality of the content that you can share is on YouTube is a lot higher. So I really appreciate that, because vlogs are something that I hadn't done in a long time, and it's kind of hard. One of the things that I talked about in the comments was whether the point of this, the focus of this channel should be like tech videos or vlogs, or separate those out. Right now, my focus with like these vlogs and the tech video sort of thing is to have them coexist on this channel, because I want these vlogs to be like our little communication. As I said last time, like I want to maybe stay in touch with you a little bit better, keep you updated as to what's going on. I think these vlogs like add a nice personal touch to it, where it's like I don't have a script, I don't have something prepared. It's very raw sort of thing, but at the same time it's also something where I can creatively play around with. At the same time though, as you can see here, you know, it's not something that can stand on its own. I don't think I can build a vlog channel yet, because a lot of my life is still making these videos, getting things prepared. And that's like, because of that, like I work a lot right there on the desk. So like that doesn't make for an interesting vlog situation. So I don't think the vlogs can stand on their own, but I think they're interesting as like a supportive thing. So that's my idea for the vlog so far. Also, yeah, I've been really happy with how things are going. Like, honestly, this stuff is going great. It's kind of hard sometimes to kind of see that, because I've always suffered from this thing. It's like, oh yeah, you want things to be better and better and better. But if we look at the last couple of videos, like seriously, every one of the videos has done better and better than the last. And that's just insane. So I'm happy with how it's going. Thank you guys so much for your support. And yeah, let's go make it fun. Let's go make some fun videos, and let's look forward to a fun couple of months, years, weeks, days. I don't know how long it's going to last, but I'm still having fun, so let's keep at it. And yeah, thank you guys so much for being along the ride. That's the point of the channel. I hope that was clear. If there's any questions, leave them in the comments down below, and I'll see you all next time. Endings are hard, so here, enjoy some outro music while this fades to black.